We'll begin with this. Welcome back to the Orange and Glad podcast.
Why are we so freaking weird?
Because it's the most entertaining thing we could possibly be doing. I'm your host, or one of your co-hosts, Nate Lex, and this is...
Cam Toner, hello.
Who's eating a sandwich.
Usually it's Nate eating, but I'm going to eat today.
My co-host, Cam, was so gracious to get me a cookie. This is going to be so noisy.
I can't wait.
When we get there, that's going to be real noisy. We actually have a special guest today, if you guys didn't know. We have another Nate. Nate, come on in. He didn't even know he was doing this.
I don't like that you're like a talk show person.
I know, but like you have to make room for him. Scoot between. Oh, watch the mic. Oh, he's good. Guys, this is Nate. Nate's doing his one of the we all go to the same school, and he's in the same major that we are. He's doing one of our projects on us, so he brought his big nice camera, and he didn't know he was going to be a guest, so I thought I'd just throw him in here. Anything you want to plug real quick, just in case?
Hey, check me out, Nate Gold Media. You know, starting a freelance company.
Guys,
yeah, let's get it.
This is our boy, all right? This man loves Jesus and does videos, so how could you not like him? All right. Well, Nate, good having you on. And get the rest of the he's getting B-roll for his project, so.
Yeah, so he's gonna be on the other side.
You're good. You're good.
And this is a small room.
Guys, we're in a different location because of the title you didn't understand last time. And drop some cards.
Yeah, I think we like it more.
Yeah. Also, today, depending on this meeting I might have to have that we talked about earlier with this particular person, can't mention the name.
Oh.
Classified information. I'll go as long as I can, but if we maybe need to end early so I can get to this thing on time, or so I can do my homework, that might be a thing.
All right.
Are we switching the day next week for this podcast to record?
Why?
Because
yes, we're recording on Wednesday.
We are recording on Wednesday.
Actually, no, we're not recording on Wednesday.
You're a terrible person.
I know. Let's record on Tuesday.
When?
Oh. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Okay, because
We'll talk about that later.
I'm not that busy in the beginning of Tuesday. We'll figure it out. Guys, that's not what the podcast... It kind of is what the podcast is for. We have a lot to talk about. Or not. I forgot to put the questions out for a second, so we're working on those.
We also are booking stuff for CardistryCon.
That is what we were just doing. That's later in the show, Cam. Don't jump ahead. So help me. Don't do it. I turned the fan off, yeah? So it shouldn't be that much noise in this room.
No, Nate, how are you while I eat the rest of my sandwich?
Okay, now that I smell it, I really want one. So I might have to order.
I was gonna buy you one.
I know he was, guys. He was gonna be so kind as to buy me a sandwich. I might have to wait till later because I got really hungry smelling it. But wait, do we do day and week at the same time?
Yeah.
I forget the format of the show because it's changed around so many times.
Same time.
Also, there's a little light over there. I rearranged my room to allow more room for this light that you can now see over here, which I wish. That looks like one of the lights is out. Hold on. Technical difficulties. It's on. That made no difference, but it's okay. It was going to help me. It's going to help me in my brain. Now you know what it's like in my brain. If anyone knows John Mulaney, that's a bit. It's called comedy. So my week was good.
Yeah, how was it with that?
Dude, my week was so consumed with people that like even me as the extroverted mass that I am needed a break. And last night was fantastic. Actually, last night was great. It was maybe one of the best times I've had in a while with some friends. Yeah. So I had like 2 shifts of friends come through. One I needed space from after a little while just because I realized how overwhelmed I was because I sometimes wanting to be around a bunch of people sometimes make people my responsibility. So I just like wanted to take care of everybody at once, but like that makes it not fun when you try to take care of everybody and they don't need you to take care of them. But then so they all left to give me some space and I really appreciated that. And then my other friends came through after some of them were done with a formal, and my friend Cam Johnson came over. You can see that, and that's bothering me.
I'm gonna fix it.
Excuse me. So my friend Cam came over, and my friends Lydia and Ellie, and we all hung out in my room for a second trying to figure out what we were doing, and the ladies wanted fries, so we went to Steak and Shake. And we had some nice shakes and some nice fries, and we had some funny If I can find them, I may put them on. I won't put them on. I'll figure out a way to let you guys see them. But we took some really, really funny Snapchat videos with that filter that like bends your face. And it was, okay, one of the fun... That is loud. Yep. You can throw it over there now. Buckets. Kobe.
Stop.
So the oh no. The Snapchat video was of Cam with his face turned sideways and he's drinking from a straw of his milkshake, but the way it's bending his face makes it look like his lips are like out like this, like an anteater like sucking on the straw.
Oh no.
And it's really, really, really funny. This week shout out to Jet Setter Playing Cards. Well, I'll be currently working on a project for them. I'm editing the rest of their video today. And then what else am I doing?
Homework.
I gotta do Spanish homework. I may have scuba homework. I don't know if I have scuba homework. My web development project is coming up soon, so like I gotta finish the final project and kind of like hit the ground running with that. What else do I have? What else did I do this week that was kind of cool? I can't really...
Took photos of me.
Oh, I did. I took some pictures of Cameron and his girlfriend for their formal.
Right.
Oh, we had the carnival, duh.
Oh, we did have the carnival.
I took a bunch of pictures at the carnival. Our school hosts like a carnival thing for their late night events and whatnot. And I took a bunch of bomb portraits and different long exposures of different things. And I'm excited to go edit those. Oh, no. Actually, the sunset dude, golden hour with a 50mm lens is maybe one of my favorite things in the entire world. I have some pictures of my friend Carter where it looks like he's the Walmart version of James Bond, but has these like lights behind him from like the orbiter or something, and it's real cool. I also just realized we need to be watching the time just in case, but I'll keep an eye on it. What did you do this week while you ate the cookie?
As Nate said, I went to formal with the girlfriend. It was really fun. We danced. I did some magic, which was pretty cool. Nate took some photos of us, which was very much appreciated before.
Guys, they're going to be bomb.
They're going to be bomb photos. And then I had my first senior shoot, which you'll also see in the vlog that came out Sunday. A little after we did this.
That we post this Wednesday, so we have to like talk about it weird.
Like it's before.
Yeah. We, did we do anything other? I need to like have the format of the show on like a whiteboard or something.
You do. We're also working on new stuff.
Yes.
What? Yes, we're currently working on all the new things.
What new stuff are we working on?
New decks.
Oh, yeah, that's continuing.
That's something they don't know about.
They don't know about what it is. This is gonna make them so frustrated that every episode we're like, we're making a new deck and they don't get to know.
I know.
Dude, I'm actually ready to see V7 orbits.
Me too.
I want to see those.
I wonder what color it is. The back.
Okay, here's a guess. This is a cool thing we can talk about in the podcast. I'm guessing, you know how it's always been white in the middle? Mm-hmm. I'm going to guess hot pink back, black in the middle. I don't think they would go as far as to make them black faces and black borders, but I think they might do black accents in the middle with a hot pink, or they'll do black with hot pink accents. Because that's all the colors.
Isn't it a rainbow on the top?
Oh, I forgot about that. Maybe it's not. Never mind. But all the promo they've been doing makes me think it's going to be hot pink something. But there's a rainbow on the top, so it's going to be multiple colors for sure, I think. Speculating for sure. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know what to think, to be honest.
Neither do I. Are there any other new decks coming out from people? Like,
I think there's kind of a lull right now in decks.
There's kind of a lull. I think potentially Spud, our friend Huang Spud.
Yeah.
I don't know if his are on sale now, but if they are, those are cool.
Those are pretty good.
I think I'll be getting some of those in the mail soon.
Oh, wow. Okay.
He said I'll send them out tomorrow. Guys, here's something exciting. If we want to switch over into OPC news, since we kind of already did that.
We should.
Today we should be getting our paycheck from Peelers V2, which means that we will be taking this week and probably the next week to figure out how to get this podcast on. People wanted to hear it on Spotify. I'm going to put it on iTunes because I know how to do that, but I can definitely Google and do some research on how to put it on Spotify and other podcast streaming sites so that you guys can hear it without having to watch the video, because we have heard from people that they want to listen to the podcast but can't watch the video every time, which we appreciate, but the video is more fun if you guys can watch it.
Yeah, the video is usually more fun.
Nate, do you have to skedaddle?
All right, dip Nate.
Guys,
goodbye, Nate.
Just want to let you know he's coming through the shot.
Yep, he's gonna. Yep, he's. Yep.
He's making his way.
And he made
his way downtown. Just say goodbye. Just peek your head in there.
Bye bye.
Make sure you don't hit that light on
Adios.
the way out. But
Thanks so much.
Hey, dude, no
guys,
problem.
anytime. Glad to have
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Thanks for being a guest on the show.
Oh yeah.
And we'll see you around, guys.
Yeah.
Nate's a great guy.
Yeah,
Just-
we are gonna work on an immersive project.
What's your plug
next
again?
year.
Nate Gold Media. I'm just starting it in a couple weeks.
Nate Gold Media. Look out for it, guys. Well,
GU, not GO.
GULD.
what?
Yes, his last name is GULDE,
Oh,
not gold like the color
It's that one now.
or
Yeah.
the mineral.
or the. Yeah, whichever.
I just
way
wanted to
wanna
tell
look
you
at it,
you were
Nate.
wrong.
Did you?
I just wanted to let
Thanks.
you know that you were
Appreciate
wrong.
you.
Thanks, guys.
Anytime. See you later.
Adios.
Just be careful with that light if you have to.
Yeah, it's nice.
But and if you have to move it, you got it. Awesome. Well, I'll see you later, buddy.
See ya.
I like that we do it still on the show.
Right, he's just here on the show. Anyways, but OPC News, we're putting this on iTunes and trying to put it other places. We are booking our CarsFreeCon stuff tonight,
Does
so
that-
we will be there, and we will.
I
be...
I love that. That's crazy.
what
That we're going to CarsFreeCon.
Yes, and
still hitting me in
we've been
waves.
talking about it in every podcast, but we're gonna be there a little early. Oh, he's gonna. Oh God. Oh no.
That was a good one.
Wow.
All right, now I'm just gonna eat this.
It's really good. You're my favorite.
Oh,
Yeah, right?
oh. One time. Oh.
Oh. Yeah.
Kgoogie.
Googies.
Zach, if you're watching this, Zach Warden.
Googies.
Kgoogie, and I love you.
Yeah, we're actually going to be in Portland a day early and a day after CarsFreeCon. So we're going to be there for four days. We're going to get in to Portland on Thursday the 18th at like noon. And then we're going to be there all that day before. And then CarsFreeCon is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then we're leaving on Monday, but we're not leaving until like 8 p.m. Monday. And then our flight is going to get back at like 5, 6
In the
o'clock in
morning?
the morning.
Oh my gosh.
And my dad can pick us up, I'm sure, if we need a ride to and from the airport. So,
Oh man.
yeah. And it's like an 8-hour flight.
And then we go back to school in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yep.
We're gonna have a busy summer.
Yeah, we are going to have a busy summer, you know? A busy, busy summer. Because,
No.
they're going to hate us so much. I cannot wait to have you see all the comments that are like, just tell us, please. Please. So I read comments all the time of people like trying to guess what it's going to be.
My favorite. Do you have a cookie right there?
Oh.
Got it. I think it's funny because they're probably gonna think it's gonna be like a cookie deck. Or like everything we've been eating throughout this whole thing.
Right? They're going to be like, it's a sandwich.
It's a goldfish deck.
It's
Like
Yep.
we're gonna try to figure it out.
Yeah.
Luckily, we've been doing better at not giving any hints.
I know.
No leaks.
No leaks.
We're not doing leaks either.
I cannot
It's a
believe.
vegetable.
Yep, I know. What was that? I don't remember if we've talked about it on the podcast, but I saw it was over this last summer that you were talking to me about, like, you know, we were just getting onto the scene, you know, we were, I think, in the middle of, were we in the middle of getting Squeezers V1, or were we, you were saying that, like, this one guy was like, hey, I want to make broccoli peelers.
I don't know if that was what. I think that was just a suggestion.
No, you were saying that this bigger guy in the community.
Oh.
Yes.
Scott Black. This is what you're talking about.
Yes.
Scott Black was talking with why am I forgetting his name? Buddha Belly Kids, but CJ Ocampo. There we go. I almost said
Yes.
OJ Campo. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
CJ Ocampo was talking to Scott Black over like it looked like a Snapchat message or something, and they were talking about how Scott Black, I think, was either poking fun at us. I'm not sure exactly what it was, but come for me, bro. And he was saying, he was basically just saying that he was gonna make the vegetable version of peelers because I don't think that anyone took us seriously at that time.
Oh no, for sure not.
Because I think it actually might have been before Peelers V1,
Right.
before it actually launched.
Yeah, maybe.
So that happened, and he was like, "I'm gonna make the vegetable version," and people were getting a good laugh out of that, and we're like, "We already came through. We're doing it." So
Eventually, yeah, we'll have to go to vegetables. I'm glad we named it organic, so it's like it's encompassing.
oh, wait,
What are you? Are you? What are you?
I'm making sure we're not free advertising. You can pay us for advertising. So many people watch this.
Yeah.
Had over 100,000 on our last one. I mean 100.
I mean, did I added an
I say
extra
1,000,
zero.
100,000. I added 3 zeros.
Yeah, you did add 3 zeros. We gotta. Actually, I think our last podcast had like 157 views.
Guys, why are you not telling your friends about us? Do you hate us? Do you not like us?
Oh, they probably are.
And if you are, we love you.
Yes.
Just tell more. You're doing a great job. We just want to do this for the rest. We want to do this as a living.
Right.
So keep it up. We're encouraging you to keep going.
Yes.
I
I love this light that's in the corner. I love this.
should
Keep looking at it.
Dang it! I just realized that I could be.
Hold on. What?
I'm putting the remote back. We could. Nothing. I thought about something that I don't need to do.
Okay.
But what were we talking about? OPC. Is there any more OPC news?
What are you? I don't think there's any more OPC news that I can really talk about. We're working hard. We're like.
Oh, we are trying to figure out the podcast over the summer and what we're going to be doing for that.
We are trying to figure that out.
That's something we can talk about.
Yeah. Can you also put that on your list of things to do? Is maybe to try to figure out, because I know Dan and Dave, when they do their like coffee with Dan and Dave, I don't know if that's a live stream. What?
Huh?
What? What?
Nothing.
Don't get us copyrighted.
I'm not. These are seconds of a song.
I know.
I just realized that I just can do. I have a bit now that I can.
Is it just enough to where people don't know what it is?
No, like they'll have no idea. But I'm trying to. I wish this was louder.
Anyways, what are you? What are you?
I want to do it.
What are you doing? Oh,
That. I want it to be a bit. So sometimes while you're talking, I'm just like. I won't do it that often, but I just realized that I have the ability to now do that.
no. And I was like,
What were we talking about?
you're
I'm so
making
sorry.
a ton of noise.
You-
You're,
Hey guys, if you want to get peelers, you are making a ton of noise.
yeah. I think
Figuring
we're
out the
talking.
podcast for the summer.
Yeah.
and
So
other
how
things.
Dan and Dave they do their like coffee with Dan and Dave. I don't know if that's a live.
I don't want to do Google Hangout.
Is that's what they do? I didn't
think
know
so.
what they use.
People use Google Hangout, and that just looks so low quality. I'm trying to do this every week.
I mean, we could just like, because you're gonna be,
Overseas.
yeah, you're gonna be gone.
I
So
know.
like, maybe we tell them about what we're gonna, like the whole like 4 or 5 days after school gets out that we're gonna be like,
We're basically gonna make a training camp.
yeah,
It's gonna be like it'll be like basic training.
it'll be like intense OPC camp,
We have to make a ton of content.
like a ton. Nate's gonna be gone for 6 weeks.
I'll be gone for 6 weeks. We're making a ton of content over things. Basically, we have to make sure that the content that'll be coming out while I'm gone is already pre-made, so that all Cameron has to do is upload it and then potentially interact with you guys. But
Right.
so that he's not I don't know. I honestly don't know how I handle more than paper and making content for it continuously all the time, or how we did it before this, when it was like, instead of us doing content together all the time, it was like us individually each doing the entire work.
Right, yeah. I just love that it's more like delegated now, because I think now that it is delegated, it's not as stressful.
Right, and we both know kind of what we're doing.
Right.
So the other one doesn't have to worry about the thing that the other person's doing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're gonna try to knock that out then. Comment below if you guys would even think about maybe trying to have like just a podcast every 2 weeks, because then that's only 3 podcasts while you're gone.
The podcast would be easy to do because they're just like hour-long sit-down sessions. So that could be like we do one every day at the camp, and then we have enough for the entire length that I'm gone.
Right. Yeah, we could do that. And it would just be like we would call it like every week we came out. It'd be like a short mini series. It'd be like Orange to Glad. We missed.
They'd be cuties.
What?
Because they're mini oranges. They'd be cuties.
They
or halos.
I cannot.
Yep.
Yeah, you're like, yep, that's what they're called.
That's
what
one
they're
point.
called.
There's 1 point for me.
Yeah, and 0 for me.
You'll get there.
I know. It's gonna be like 9-0. You're gonna be like, oh wow,
bro, this is a shutout.
I know. So that'll be fun. That's gonna be intense. We're gonna be busting.
Just picture the Rocky music the entire time.
Dude, for sure. I did find this new place to shoot though yesterday. I went out. It's a park over by
I love that so much.
You're gonna overuse that for sure.
No. Oh, you know what we could turn that into?
What?
Like a soundboard. If we had funny things to like.
If you find like copyright-free sound effects.
Well, how many copyrighted sound effects are there?
I don't know.
We're not even making money off of this, so it doesn't even need to be copyrighted.
I know.
For now.
Well, for now, yeah.
Yeah, where's your place to shoot?
So it's in a park over by the Cardinal Greenway. It's got this big, huge bridge that isn't used anymore. It used to be like a bridge for a train, and then they moved the train track over, and so now it's just a big ass bridge. The only unfortunate part is the bridge goes over the White River, and it doesn't have like there's like big beams, but there's no like platform. So like you could.
You're talking about the end of Minnetrista, that bridge?
No. It's like way a ways from Minnetrista. But we're gonna go there because it's really good.
Okay, when are we going there?
Probably for OPC camp.
OPC camp. I love that that's what we're calling it. We should live stream it.
We should live stream some OPC camp. But yeah, we'll take pictures of our new deck there.
You're the worst. You're hurting them. You're hurting them. We want to tell you what it is, but we can't. That's it. That's like...
There's so many questions I'm sure you have. Like, what is it? How many?
Like...
When?
Like the pressing one.
Where?
What is it?
Who?
What?
And why?
When, where, and why? That Spy Kids meme?
Yes.
It's not really a meme. It's just in Spy Kids.
No. Also, I have...
In your face, sucker!
What was that? No. I did not like that at all.
Easy.
I don't.
Yes. No.
I did not like that at all.
That's going to be such a good bit.
I don't like that at all.
What? Oh? We now have a drum roll. Oh, bet.
This is for sure going in the trailer. This is all just you continually making these noises.
I can bleep you out now.
Oh, can you?
We'll have to play with this.
Come on.
What? Why?
Come on.
Come on.
I don't like that at all.
We could have an entire bit where I'm just trying to imitate every sound. I'm trying to scroll by. They're gonna hate this. Imagine listening to that first one.
This is the
What you gonna do, sucker?
and you're like,
You jumped. You were like,
I did. I was like, I thought I was gonna get absolutely destroyed. I love that we're both in khakis. Also, just noticed they were both in khakis.
What are you
Or
wearing,
color
Nate from
coordinated.
OPC? Khakis.
Khakis.
You're definitely not the Flash.
Just. I'm not.
It's weird because I am.
I know.
Hi, I'm Barry Allen. and I'm the fastest man alive.
I can't. I need the new season of that.
I don't want to watch any. Oh, we could talk about that if we just wanted to jump into that for some reason.
Yeah, let's do it.
I don't like The Flash anymore.
Why?
There was one episode, ruined it for me.
What was
Just
it?
ruined it for me.
Why?
So there's a previous, and here's the thing: it's because there's no explanation of it. I get that like things differ in superhero shows, but there's no explanation for it, so it just ruined me, and I hate it. There's an episode, I think it was the end of season 2, maybe. He runs through time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He runs through time.
Right.
The beginning of the next season, him and Wally. Spoiler alert: if you don't know,
It's been out a minute.
it has, but just in case, warning.
Oh no.
Is there a warning button?
There, I'm sure there is.
I'm trying to scroll sideways.
I'm sure there's a.
What is it? Well, can you search on this thing? Oh.
Oh nope. I don't think you want that. Yeah,
Ka-ching.
search in bottom right.
Oh, it crashed?
It's in the bottom right.
It's in the bottom right. What did I just say that I needed?
A warning.
Spoiler alert. Can I? No, there's so many ads.
Oh my god.
And it's so slow now. I don't think there's a spoiler alert.
Just like warning maybe.
Is there a warning?
You should type that in.
Spoiler alert. Wally's Kid Flash. Probably not even a spoiler to those who know the comic books. Anywho, he freaking they in the previous season he runs through time. There's a vehicle
Right.
outside.
Runs through time.
Starting of season 3, him and Wally are running around as both Flash people. They can't catch up to a motorcycle. They're like having to cut it off and weave. They're like, oh, we can't catch up. And they're having to like weave around buildings and stuff. And I'm like, that motorcycle is not a superhero motorcycle or like supervillain motorcycle that's going extra fast. It's just a regular motorcycle. And the Flash can't catch up to him in like 2 minutes. And I'm like, you ran through time.
You. I just didn't remember that little part. I just overlooked it, I guess.
And I was like, no. I won't watch.
You were so triggered.
I seriously could not watch the rest of it. I'm like, and if there's an explanation about like him having to recharge his speed or whatever, and like obviously running through time would be super exhausting, so he can't run as fast as he used to at the time being. Like, okay, makes sense. Sure, I get it. Like, you have to have, otherwise, if he keeps continuously getting faster, it's going to be a really short show, especially because the Flash is super powerful.
Yeah, I was gonna say also like it was probably just the producers and directors needing it to take up 10 minutes of the episode.
Absolutely.
Other
So
than
I-
just
so I
5
was-
seconds of the episode.
So I was like, no. Also, this thing's about to happen.
Oh, are you gonna?
Focus on me. We're back.
Hello.
Hello. I hope it's not a super mess for you to cut together.
It's not. It takes me 2 seconds.
Okay.
It's all good. But yeah, so I overlooked that, and because I need new shows to binge. I've watched Big Mouth, which is like a really good show on Netflix, which is really funny.
Comment your Netflix suggestions.
Yes, it's by Nick Kroll
Ooh.
and it also has John Mulaney in it. So
Freaking Sherlock.
Dad,
Sherlock.
the
BBC.
Cumberbatch.
Yes, Benedict Cumberbatch. Sherlock. One of my favorite shows of all time. It's so smart.
It's really good.
Because you guys could probably keep up. You guys know me well enough, being our audience. My brain moves real fast, and I have ADHD, but also just like I enjoy intelligent humor because it gives me a challenge to like keep up with something like that. So like watching Sherlock, I'm like, oh, this is nice.
Like, oh, he's good.
Like Inception and Interstellar are some of my favorite movies because that kind of goes at my pace.
Right.
Whereas people are like, I had to like watch it a couple times. I'm like, I loved it.
Right, yeah, because you were like, oh my god,
Right, like
yeah.
I think I've probably even said it on the podcast before that there was a time where Andrew, our friend who's been in here last episode, literally sat here on the futon while I was at my desk and goes, "Here, Nate, let me try to put it at your speed," and then like speeds up as he's talking to like, because I wasn't paying full attention or whatever, almost trying to be like passive aggressive, and I just started laughing, and I just started laughing at him.
Because you're like, I understood all of that.
And I did. He looked over. He goes, how was that? And I was like, better.
It was better. It was
that
so much
helped.
better.
Thank you. And he was like, oh, it was funny.
But yeah, comment your Netflix suggestions because I need new things to watch, especially TV show wise. I watched Dexter 2 times through. How I Met Your Mother is not on Netflix anymore. That's a good show. The Arrow and the Flash have not had anything happen in a hot minute, and
Nope.
I watched all of Big Mouth. Kevin Hart just came out with a comedy special. It was really good.
I think I just made. Yeah, I did.
So that was really good. But yeah, I'm just kind of waiting on new things.
On new things, huh?
Yeah. I've already blown through the 3rd season of Queer Eye, so that's really good if you haven't watched it. It's a tearjerker. Get you all in your feels. So.
Who?
Queer Eye. They're like, so it used to be. It's like a reboot of a show that used to be around.
I know what
like
it is.
Oh, okay. You're like, what?
Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I forget that I like.
No things.
No, that I'm. Like I forget what I did the other day. That I'm like. This sounds really braggy. I don't want to be braggy about it, but like that I'm a decent actor, and so sometimes when I'm trying, I'm like, my favorite humor is absurd humor.
Right.
Which is like, I will say something as serious as I possibly can that's so absurdly false, and that's what makes it funny.
Right.
So
yeah.
I'm like, absolutely, I do not love my mother. And that's why it's funny because like I was
right,
because
right.
people,
Like,
cause I'm like,
people
I adore my mom.
We're like,
They're like, what? Yeah. So the other day, actually, we don't need to talk about that conversation. That person doesn't need to be talked about right now.
all right, yeah.
Anyway, I sometimes am very like, if you don't know me well enough, or if I just accidentally do that type of thing when it's not meant to be like what I just did was like, didn't mean for that to be a joke, but I would just totally pretended that I didn't watch it, and you so believed me.
And I was like, yeah, it's about this
and
thing.
there wasn't any intention of it being a joke, so now I was like, why is he
because
I
I just
because I just lied.
like a liar,
you know, like a liar. But yeah, so my favorite humor is just to be like, say something so absolutely absurd, and that's what makes it funny. Like,
right.
Like, what's something that's like absolutely heinous that I could say? It's just like, no, why would I ever want to make another deck of playing cards? I hate playing cards. They just, ew, no.
Ew,
Stop.
Oh God. No. It's like Michael from The Office.
What did? Oh, there was a. So I've been looking at a lot of Christian memes.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, my friend got me hooked on it. It was really funny. There's one that's just like it's like the pastor going. It's like the pastor after 45 minutes into like the church session. And he's like, well, I'm happy everybody's here. Let's get started. And it's already been like 45 minutes. And it's Michael Scott going, I'm going to kill myself.
Yeah.
And it's your fault.
Yeah, because it's taken so long.
Just like, oh, we're starting now?
Yeah.
I don't know. Some of those are funny. Like, I don't know. I'll have to find them later. Like, that meme of that football guy. It's basically, people will know the meme if they've seen the meme. And I have to say the punchline or else the meme won't make sense. But basically, it's like when she says, I like you as a sister in Christ. And it says, it's like that football guy in the bottom line says, I'll be honest, they had us in the first half.
They had us in the first half. And I was like, after that.
I was like, oh.
Oof. But yeah, what have we covered? We did some
OPC news, our weeks.
Yeah.
Talked about OPC camp. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, that's gonna be really fun.
I think we need to go for less structure. I think that when we can, I think that we're good at being able to tell when things get off track. But the most interesting conversations come without the structure.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
And like there could be times when we like put it back on track, and that's where we have the segments for. But some of the funny conversations, like the whole Flash segment tangent,
of you being triggered,
is not is not a segment. Or like me figuring out. I like how you're staring at it because you think it's gonna go off. It's not gonna go off. Oh dang it! That wasn't loud. Boo.
What?
None of these are.
Anyways, are these the sound effects?
No, these aren't songs.
Oh.
We have so many people featured this week in our song list.
Anyways, yeah, I've just been.
Don't.
What?
I'm gonna look at our questions. You go ahead with yours.
Yes, you look at our questions.
What were you
See who's replied to questions. Throw us some fun questions. I want fun questions.
Okay, can we talk about one of my favorite people? And I know she's gonna watch this. Havana.
Oh, is she the one that made the? Is that the person that made the animation?
No,
Oh,
What?
okay, never mind. Continue.
that's James.
Oh.
James made the animation, so thank you, James. Havana's the one who always comments on our YouTube posts.
Oh.
Who like is very interactive, and we appreciate
Nice.
it.
Yes.
Because I bet you I'm gonna call you out, Havana, not in a bad way, but like I think I know where she got this thing from. So this says, oh, okay, we'll go through all of them. We'll get to Havana's because I don't want to hit them out of order. But ugliest deck you've ever seen.
Oh, that's a good question. See, we
Hold on,
need
hold on.
stuff like that.
You are yelling.
Oh, I don't care. We need things
So-
like that. That's a good question.
are we-
Oh, what's up? I'll bleep it out. Who is that? I got too.
Headshot.
That's not right.
I got too worked up. I got
That's gonna be
I got-
irritating to hear.
I got too worked up. Whoever did that? Who did that? Who said that?
Who did that?
Who did that? Who said that?
That's our friend Podge Mode. I forget what this person's
thank
actually-
you.
Podge_mode. Ugliest deck you've ever seen.
Thank
I
you.
love that question.
I love that question a lot.
We're gonna tear someone to shreds,
I
into ribbons.
oh my god.
Ew! I just pictured it. Ugh. Mm.
Okay, I have two.
All right, hit me.
Okay, this is probably gonna be kind of an unpopular opinion.
That's okay.
I don't bicycle cards. I don't know if bicycle cards count.
Sure,
I
all
don't,
cards
I
count.
don't love the steampunk. I don't.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I
don't
forgot
love-
about bicycle cards.
Right, I don't love those.
I don't think that
But like custom playing
do
card
both
companies,
because like I don't.
yeah,
think
because
that bicycle aren't even for cardistry audience.
I just the first ones I kind of thought of were like, oh my gosh, the
Holding your head right now.
yeah.
Mine are Peelers V2.
Oh, are they?
I'm just
Are
kidding.
they do you
They're-
have yours?
What? Oh, ugliest?
Yeah.
Yeah, the emoji deck. I really don't like that.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Or what's
Like-
the guy that did the FU deck that just never
Oh,
what
I
happened
guess
with
that's not even
that?
ugly. That's just like a bad thing. I don't even remember his name. I don't.
It's just
Even,
a bad
that's
thing.
just a
It's not
bad
ugly.
thing.
It's just a really
I don't even
bad
think it's
thing.
worth saying his name.
I don't. It's fine.
He doesn't deserve the publicity.
So the reason, okay, so a deck that triggers me is like the Illusionist Slayers or whatever they were. It's literally a continuation of the King's deck, which I love the
And then
King's deck.
imitated like the Fontaine's design.
Yeah, and then they had different colors. And I was just like, I'm not like it's not. It doesn't work. It's too hard. Like it's.
Hold on.
I just don't.
This is legitimately bothering me.
What?
This.
So it's not probably the ugliest deck I've ever seen because I don't. But it's like the one that triggered me the most. Shiver me triggers.
Shiver me triggers.
Yeah,
Shiver me timbers, mateys.
that's just my opinion though.
I really don't like the emoji deck just because of it looks very tacky, and I'm into more like I love Win Casino designs. I love Jerry's Nuggets. Orbits very classy. I guess I like some of the classier decks. Like Orbits are good. Virtuoso decks are always good, but I don't like the faces of them because those look tacky to me.
What happened? Okay, not to segue real quick.
We can
but
segue.
like,
That's what this is
what's up with
What happened?
Verts? Yeah.
I actually got an email from them today.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's an info leak. Actually, this might be good news for everybody. There's an
Oh.
info leak, and they put out a thing that, like, there's all these steps you can follow that, like, if you're getting some of these either robot emails or someone's calling your number or whatever, they experienced a news leak on something, and, like, we're sending out an email just to let everyone know that they were, like, trying to help people figure out, like, how to protect their information, basically. Because there was some sort of, like, hack. That makes sense?
From people that bought the last ones?
Yeah, or just anybody who's been on their newsletter, like I am, that our
Oh.
information is potentially like leaked.
Oh, so they've been dealing with that and probably not doing
yeah.
anything else.
Because
Yeah.
which is good on them for like considering the safety of people while not trying to make another deck.
Right.
So that might be why
Okay.
they've been trying to like address how to protect people's information instead of making a new deck. Which honestly, good on them. I appreciate
yeah.
that. And I don't think, Verts, if I don't know how you'd ever be watching this, but if you're watching this, we can tag them in it. Maybe they'll watch it.
Yeah.
We appreciate the fact that if you are not making a deck right now, it's because you're looking out for the safety of others. And you probably won't hear that too many times because too many people are probably left complaining about the fact there wasn't a deck this year. I would like to let you know we appreciate the fact you're looking out for our safety.
Yeah.
But there is a video coming out of theirs. This might be an exclusive for the podcast. There's a new Virtuoso video coming out soon that they they leaked a picture of in their email on purpose, and I got to see.
Wow.
I can have you read the email later if you want.
Sweet,
I'm not
yeah,
going
I'd
to read
like
the whole email out on the podcast. It would be awful.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't like the faces too much, and I appreciate the design still, but I didn't like when they went borderless, and that might be an unpopular opinion, but I don't like borderless decks.
I don't either.
I actually, to be honest, I don't like borderless decks for everyday use.
No, agreed. I like the goblins. I have the verts, the last version, and I like them. I just don't think. I think they're just cool to have. Like, there's also a couple Daniel Madison decks that don't have borders, but I kind of like them just because of how they look. But I would never use them.
Yeah, I think I would use them on special occasion, like for my More Than Paper posts, where like it definitely matches a color scheme,
right,
or matches a theme. I think they're good, but I don't think I would use them all the time. Actually, one I've been getting into recently that I love are just old Tally-Ho fan backs.
Oh yeah,
just like the classics. I love classic stuff. So I think Tally-Hos are obviously a great one. They're not custom though. They're just regular. Who are the classics? Who are some classic ones that are just good decks of cards? Can you think of anybody right now? All I can think of is everybody kind of like in a niche area. Like ours, I would guess is probably the most classic looking because of just the way it's designed.
Right. We're trying to go for that like classic, but fun.
It's timeless. Like these are not colors that are going to go out of style, and fruit can't go out of style. So
right.
What I'm trying to think of anybody else. I appreciate the Fontaine design. I don't necessarily like how they go about their business, just because of like
their marketing sometimes is rough.
Well, here's what I don't get. I understand that they're big now, but I don't understand how they don't comment back to anybody, or if they do, it's very selective, or at least it's perceived that way. Because I would like to give them the benefit of the doubt. If they're not being selective and that's how they come across, then like I totally want to give them that open to say, but there's not. I guess it's lack of communication that even allows this perception. You know what I mean?
Right. Like the only time I ever like don't reply to even like a DM is when it's just somebody asking for cards.
I usually even try to reply to those and just say, I'm sorry, no.
Yeah.
Because it's like, someone called it deck begging at one point.
Yeah.
I like that term.
Yeah.
Who's another people that, I really don't, this is just random news that we can talk about just because we're talking about it. This is just like card scene news. It could be, we're just almost we segued accidentally into another segment.
Right.
Which is like community news.
Okay.
I think that actually we might even be able to make like a newsletter, and we even talked about sponsor spots for if you want your deck featured on the podcast. It'll also be featured on our Instagram page because we can feature that portion in our like trailer. Yeah. But I guess I don't particularly like what Dealer's Grip is doing, or I guess the designs.
I've not seen those.
Dealer's Grip, the new one that came out is like, it's all very abstract, so I get that it's not my...
It's not for everybody.
It's not for me.
Right.
Which I get. So like that's not how you run your business. That's just like that's just not for me, the design.
Right, yeah.
Although I do really like the brush ones from Dealer's Grip.
Oh, wait, no, I have seen those.
Those are nice. I like those a lot.
Yeah.
And did they come out with a deck before brush? I forget.
I
bet you
they're not somebody I follow too closely.
Nope. And I like the people, but I haven't met them. I don't know. I have respect for the people behind them. I don't know how they run their business in similar ways, but anyone worldwide,
yeah,
love the OG checks, and I want them, but they're over $100.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, nope. Like I really really like those. I didn't like them at first when I first saw them. I was like, I don't know if I like that. And then I was like, actually, I really do.
You're
do.
like, I'm really.
I think I definitely was kind of like I didn't like it because it was like the popular thing at the time.
Oh, you were like, I don't want to be mainstream.
Kind of, yeah. One little hipster action, and like I think some of the time and I guess I was afraid that it was one of those things that like I didn't want it to. I didn't want to like it because everyone liked it. So now that
Right.
I've taken a step back, I'm like, I like that, even though a lot of other people do.
Yeah, and now it
And-
costs you like $90.
Yeah. Now it's costing me.
Now it's like $90 worth of dang.
What else? Okay, so we talked about. Let's make sure we get the question done first, because then we can talk about maybe our favorite decks that aren't ours. So like,
I think we answered the question.
I know, but like,
way earlier.
was there? I'm trying to think of there. The thing is, there's
You said
so
the
many
emoji
decks.
yeah, and then I think we should just go into our favorite ones other than ours.
Okay, and let's talk about the community a little bit.
Yeah.
What people are up to, what people are doing.
I think that one of my favorites. I always bought from Illusionist, like before I felt like they're making kind of just repeats. I loved the Keepers; those were really good by Adam Wilbur, and I loved the Madison Rounders when they were like first, like a thing. But the Madison Rounders don't last very long, and they're not like super great to carry around with you all the time. The Keepers, though, on the other hand, are amazing to carry around with you all the time. But they're custom, but they're not like they're for sure for magicians, which is I like most of the time. But like if I want a cool deck to just start up conversation with, it's not one that usually like catches people's eye to be like, oh, that's a cool deck. Like it's mostly like looks like a high school deck, which is the point. I get it, but I do like them a lot.
What's a really ugly deck?
I don't know.
I don't think this. Here's the thing. For me, steampunks aren't even that ugly. They're not my favorite, but they're not like I don't want to look at those.
Yeah.
Although you're entitled to your opinion, I'm just saying for me, I
Right.
guess.
There are some a couple Theory 11 decks that I don't like.
I'll just put it at this. If it looks really tacky, like I think this is peelers for me personally is like classic default courts that are color changed and little manipulations done to them.
Yeah.
And then like a simple back design. If it is like too manipulated and it just looks tacky, then I really don't like it. I definitely don't like
How
it.
did you feel about like the Memento Mori decks?
Those ones I could stand. They're okay.
Yeah.
They're not the worst.
Okay.
As soon as it looks like too, I really don't like photorealistic decks.
Oh, so
I like it to be flat on there, and if it has a cool like dimension thing where it kind of like looks like it's shifting down or like there's weird shadows or anything, and that's kind of like a if there's like an optical illusion or anything,
Yeah.
that's cool. I really don't like photoreal cards. Like if it was like a picture of a real life banana on here, I'd be like, no,
yeah,
thank you.
right. It needs to look like a piece of artwork. So that's
Oh,
what it is.
actually, except for, and this might come back to bite me later. I did see, and if they are still out there, there's a wet wipe deck, where it was a joke at first that it looked like actually like wet wipes, but it said wipe, and it looked like the like when light shimmers through a pool.
Yeah.
That was actually pretty cool.
Huh.
So I guess it's rare, but if it looks photo real, I don't like it that much as a deck.
Do you remember when Madison blanks were just a joke? And they came out with them?
Was it a complete blank deck? Or
Yeah. Yeah, they were like, because like it was a joke that like Daniel Madison just came out with so many different decks with all his stuff on it. And then at a conference one time when they were announcing a couple decks, I think they did like a fake mock trailer for Daniel Madison of like Madison blanks, and everybody thought it was really funny. And then they were like, why don't we actually just sell these? And I swear to God, it was a blank deck. And they put it in like a blank box, but if you shine like a black light on the box, it would say like Madison blanks, which is really
Was it like an
that's
April
really
Fool's joke?
cool. It wasn't even like an April Fool's joke. It was just it started as a joke, and then they're like, well, it's not a joke anymore. And then like, I mean, because I'm sure those were like the cheapest things to produce ever. Like the boxes are just like they're not like super matte boxes. They're just like regular USPCC boxes with like that ink on them. The
Yeah.
special ink might have cost them a little bit more, but like then the deck is blank. They literally just cut blank sheets of decks, and like there's nothing. It's just blank cards.
I think we should move on to the next thing.
Yeah.
But yes.
Continue.
What's your favorite move for photos, and what's your favorite for videos? This is HSIEHHSIEH_2 because I can't pronounce
Wow,
it.
another good. I love these questions. Keep these up.
Mine might be my own version of Spin Doctor because I can't do it correctly, or Tilt-A-Whirl, anything that's a big display of something.
I love it when you do reticle in our videos or even in
Reticle.
our
Okay, that's for
photos.
videos. Photos, like reticle is even fun to watch. Could become a thing, but like this is always just a good picture.
Right, or like the thing when you hold out.
Tetris.
Yeah, Tetris is really good photo.
The sticking one.
I love that for photos.
Let's see if I can make this video.
Thumbnail.
There it is. Got it. Thank you for the thumbnail, guys. Sorry about my hair brushing the mic. Yeah, reticle is definitely the best to see in videos just because how it spins out so well and closes.
Right.
And then I think it's Spin Doctor or Worm is actually even a good one that I don't remember often that is a good one. But like this looks really good for pictures.
Yeah.
Because it's very symmetrical.
Right.
Fans are always good for pictures.
Right.
Almost every single time. There's no time where that looks bad in a picture.
Right. Yeah.
What else?
I think
springs.
Springs are
dribbles.
good for photos and video.
A good old dribble in a photo, dude. If you get the long one.
Yeah. Anaconda
in a video, that's a good one.
Yeah. I also think that
or photo.
I like your book return for video as well.
I forget how satisfying that one is sometimes. Like it's very frick.
Wow.
I know, I can't even do my own move.
Gosh, Nate.
It's actually kind of like I thought it was going to be somewhat cold in here so the lights wouldn't overheat, but it's kind of like cold.
It's a little chilly. It's okay though.
But it's okay. Yeah, it is. It's better than heating up and sweating. But book return I'm so surprised that a move I came up with so long ago
is still relevant.
Is still relevant and it still looks as clean and like everyone likes it.
Yeah.
Also, this one I need to put out another tutorial for, but the Tumblr 2. Oh, hold on, that's too big of a packet. Let's use less cards. But Tumblr 2. Oh, dang it. Let's try that one more time.
You got it.
Tumblr 2. I haven't done this in so long because I'm busy making up other moves. Oh, dang it. Or Apple Turnover is even a good one. That I haven't made a tutorial for yet, but this one. Oh my. Why? I'm bad.
Yeah, you're
Crate Opener is a good one too for video. Anything that just locks together smoothly.
Or rotates, I think, is really nice.
Yeah.
For video.
This.
That's really, I like that a lot.
Crate Opener is real good.
Yeah.
Or this one a while ago that I made.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I'm a failure.
Next question.
Next question. The other Nolan, all one word. How the F do I get better at cardistry?
Practice.
Well, Nolan, there's a video actually on More Than Paper's YouTube channel that is just all about tips on cardistry. So if you guys are watching this and need help with cardistry tips, I'm
plugging it in. He was.
Wait, look how far my arm goes out towards the.
Oh wow, he's plugging it.
Yeah, for real, guys. I'm gonna be working on actually making more content for More Than Paper because I need a job and I need money.
There's somebody who watches our stuff.
Oh, that's Havana. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah. Now we're at that question. Now that you've been patient, Cameron. Okay. Havana. Shout out to Havana Kaufman.
So
I want to make sure everyone knows to go look up Havana because she's one of my good friends. HAVANNAHKAUFFMAN, all one word, has this question. Cam, what do your tattoos mean since you were salty that nobody asked last time with a laughing face? I love that.
That's
also,
really
because
funny.
I feel like this is going to be a good answer, we're going to take a little break, and we're back.
Well, I mean, I figured that maybe what I can do is that I can talk about one or two, because I have
Per
a lot.
episode?
Yeah, because it would take a minute.
Well, I love that she even knew you'd be salty about it. That's why I was like...
Well, because she watched last time, because the last episode I was like, no
That's why
one
I said
asked.
I appreciated it, because I was like, I know she knows the context.
Right. Yeah, which should I start with? What should I do? Should I do them in order?
Someone said, can I have a deck? Magicians _of_the_year said, can I have a deck? Fire laughing face.
Can I have a deck?
You know what? Maybe we will send you one just because of that thing, but don't get your hopes up.
Okay.
We'll just leave it as a maybe.
Should I start from the first one I ever got, and then?
Yeah, why don't we do like a tattoo an episode? We can do like a little state. You know what we could do? We
What?
can make that a segment. Call it Inked.
Inked up.
And then you talk about one of the tattoos you have, and I'll talk about a tattoo that I want. And I'll just and if I don't have one, because I only want one at the moment, so I'll just
Right.
start making them up.
You just be like,
And this is why
I want a dinosaur on my left
my neck.
cheek.
on my neck.
On my left cheek.
I want a brontosaurus down my back.
Okay, so my first tattoo I ever got was when I was 18, and
it looks dumb.
Wow.
I'm just kidding,
Wow,
I'm just
Nate.
kidding.
Should I get close and show it on the thing or no?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I'll just talk to him here.
Okay.
Hey, everybody! Just want to let you know that if you're listening to this on the podcast,
Good look.
he's showing it off. If you're listening to this not on YouTube, you definitely aren't seeing it.
Right. So
That's how that works.
if you didn't see it because you're not watching it on YouTube, or if you're watching it on YouTube, it says Mundus Vult Decepi, which is Latin for the world wants to be deceived. So I love the phrase. I love the Gothic font. Actually, surprisingly, Daniel Madison has the same tattoo, but I got it in a different place and differently, like on a different arm and different way.
Oh, because he's different.
Yeah, but I love what it meant, and it meant something to me. I think that might have, like, it means something on its own to me. So that was like the first tattoo I ever got. Yeah, it was fun.
Tattoo I want currently.
Yeah.
And that I will get before the banana if I ever get one, because I'm debating it. And it's also expensive, and I don't have money, so send me money.
So, from my tattoo habit.
I want, everyone always asks me this. I just realized this, that I say I want a cross on my back. And
How
then,
big?
and everyone always asks, how big? And I realize that when I say that, people probably think it's my whole back.
Yeah.
I want it like the size of my hand or less.
Like on your shoulder?
No, like the center of my back.
Oh,
Like the center of my back, because it
Oh.
represents,
that makes sense.
It
I
rep-
like that.
it represents scripture of denying yourself and picking up your cross every day to follow Jesus, and not to, not to be selfish in your motives and whatnot.
Yeah.
And it was a cool idea at first, and it was just an idea, which is why I didn't get it, because I was like, this has to mean more. And now that I've like had some more thought about it, had some more like things occur in my faith and whatnot, I was like, you know what, this actually like, has some meaning to it. So I want it to be just like a regular cross shape, and then across. I'm right now I'm debating on what goes across the horizontal bar.
Right.
So like, there's a part of scripture that I love called that's Proverbs 16:9 that says, "A man will plan his way, but the Lord establishes his steps." And I just think about that all the time when like I really want something, and like all
Right.
these doors keep slamming in my face, and then like I'm like, all right, I guess like my steps are being established right now.
Yeah.
And then basically what happens is I always find something better, and
Right.
he's like, by the way, you were just confused. I'm
Right.
trying to send you in the right direction, but you kept running off.
Right.
So I had to shut these doors, and I'm like, oh, all right.
Oh.
And so I either want it to be that, the word surrender, because of like surrendering my will to his, or I want it to be Matthew 16:24-26, which is that verse of like denying yourself and picking up your
Right.
cross. So
Yeah, and that would probably depend on how big it's going to be to fit it in the.
right. And
Yeah, that would probably not be too expensive either. It's probably at the most going to be like $300.
Right, and so one, need to make sure I have the money for it.
Right.
Two, I guess actual one is knowing what it's going to be. So I have to determine what it's going to say in that horizontal bar. Two, having the money for it, and then three, just going to do it and not being scared of it.
I'll take you.
All right. Well,
I take everyone for their first tattoo, so
all right. Well, then I'll let you. It'll be a vlog.
it will be a vlog.
Oh, dude, I'm not ready for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a. Well, I'm definitely have time for whatever else we're doing, because that thing I was telling
It's
you
not
that,
happening anymore.
or like at least it's not being communicated to me that it's happening anytime soon. So.
That's okay. Next question.
Pineapples.
Appreciate you about the tattoos, by the way. Sorry.
What?
I appreciate the tattoo question.
Havana.
Thanks. Thanks. Thanks.
So that's the first tattoo I want to get, and that I probably will get before. And then
Banana.
I might get the banana.
You gotta get it at the same time.
No.
It'll be cheaper.
No,
It'll
I
be
don't.
cheaper.
I honestly don't care.
Okay.
Because I need it to be a wise decision,
Okay.
but I'm not saying no.
Okay.
Okay, Cardist, all one word. Pineapples? Question mark. We talked about this,
We have, yeah.
and there are people out right now. Shout out to them if they actually get it done. Called Tropics playing cards, and we haven't
Yes.
seen a lot from them so far. But they've
even been around since like
They've been-
Peelers V1.
they've been around a while, and they designed a prototype but never got a campaign going. I'm not exactly sure. We've actually had some conversations with them over the DMs.
Yeah.
And basically trying to figure out, like, if we were to ever do a pineapple deck, we don't want to be stealing.
Right.
So we would try, like, we obviously wouldn't do the checkerboard pattern that they made up. And potentially for a watermelon deck that we may do in the future, we even reached out to Flamenco playing cards, and we're like, we're not doing it anytime soon, but if we were to do it soon, would you mind us, like, using that thing, even though it's not technically copyrighted? We just wanted to know that there was no bad blood between us, even though it's not, like, illegal. And they were like, oh yeah, like, we'd love to see what your take is on it, because it definitely wouldn't be the same thing. We wouldn't be copying the same back, but we just want to make sure that we're on grounds to be like, we know you've made a watermelon deck already. Right. We're going to do our version of it. And technically it's not illegal, so we're probably going to do it anyway, but so that we
are just like, we want to be cautious of, like, other people's...
Yeah, like, not stepping on anybody's toes in the most polite way possible. Because, like, I don't think it would deter us from making it. It would just... But it definitely is polite to be like, hey, we're probably going to do it either way because it's not illegal. But, like, what are your thoughts on it? And if there is a better way we can go about it, we would like to do that.
Yeah, and obviously we're going to do it our way, which, I mean...
Right, and they were literally like, dude, totally, like, we can't wait to see what you got.
Yeah, which is, I think, would be a lot different than their way. I feel like our styles are very different.
Oh, 100%. It was more just like a courtesy thing.
Yeah, it was more like hey, you mind? No, just great.
And we didn't think you would, and they're like, it's that confirmation of, like, respect between different card people. Like,
card companies is nice.
Yeah, and I love the community scene in the way, or most of it, I should say, because it's not all perfect, but, like, how I was telling someone the other day how, like, if someone ever tried to make something similar to Peelers or something in the same aspect, like, it people would be like, no.
Yeah,
we're not.
Yeah.
Like, I know he's got kind of bad blood in the card community right now, and I know most of the situation, but, like, people do things and people get frustrated over them. But Frankie Morales, the original designer of Saturn's, at one point there was, like, some Chinese market that tried to copy it, and basically took his exact design, made it an orange back, and then put a little white X in the middle between the logos, and just, like, resold them, basically. And he put it out on his story, and everyone just rallied and was like, no, we're not buying that deck. Like, this is obviously wrong.
Right, yeah.
And I love that. I love that people were able to go, like, I forget who I talked about it with. There are some decks that look similar, and people are like, that one reminds me of that deck.
Right.
But it's not a copy.
And it's not the same.
Yeah, it's definitely not a copy. This one was like,
right.
You copied, you threw something on it, you changed the color.
Right.
You're trying to make money off of someone else's design. And so
right.
I was like, if someone were to do, like, even a fruit deck that was, like, tiled or something, like, it wouldn't be copying us unless it had our exact logo. And maybe potentially be copying us if it was, like, a banana, the exact colors.
Right,
you know
like
the
same scheme, like the same theme.
Yeah, and there are decks, like, there's actually a deck that came out, I forget what it's called, but it was, like, teal blue, gray, white, and black, and it kind of resembled the Verts deck.
Right.
And people were like, that's too close to the Verts deck.
Right, yeah, so there's that standard. Like,
and then
there's
they changed it, and we're like, this isn't the Verts deck, and obviously it's not exactly like the Verts deck, but it's similar in that it's, like, geometric and whatever, and you can't copyright geometric shapes.
Right.
But, like,
there's still, like, a...
Yeah, and they changed it, and, like, if they sell it and people still want to buy it, like, cool. And I don't think that they're ripping them off.
Right, but yeah, there is that aspect, which is nice. So
there's one more thing I had to say with that, I guess. So pineapples, answer the real question.
Yeah, get to the question.
Well, it will be later on in the future, for sure, because we want to do that. But we're kind of also, we're choosing different fruits at the moment before those, so that there's, like, clarity between people, and like, if they're definitely not going to do it, then it's probably like this. Excuse me. The sooner we'll be able to do ours. And I don't know. Like,
we're working every day.
We
on
are,
new
and
things.
we would like to do it
all the time.
We would like to do it, but we're gonna wait till it is the best time for us to do it. But, like, we plan on doing every fruit possible that we can. Is there any more we could say with that?
No.
Like watermelons, we want to do at some point. Basically, if you can think of a fruit. Goodness.
Well, we've also kind of pretty much planned out all of our decks until like mid 2020. So we're planners.
Yeah, planters.
Planters.
Not a deck coming out anytime soon. That might be the first vegetable one.
Maybe.
Or the whole series.
Yeah. Next.
Emils, E-M-I-L-S, period, D-A-N-U-S-E-V-I-C-S.
I think he asked this last time.
Do you like beans?
He asked that in the
Did
last
he?
podcast, yeah. Sounds like beans, and you're like, coffee. I was like, oh, I love coffee.
I don't think that was it.
I think that was. I'll go back. I'll show
Okay.
you.
I could be wrong. I've been wrong before.
Yeah.
Do you like beans? I like coffee beans. I don't
love coffee
like
beans.
I like coffee beans and coffee, but I don't like any other type of bean, except for maybe some jelly beans. Tangent. There was a time when I was little, drank too much chocolate milk and too much jelly beans at the same time, woke up puking. Don't like jelly beans that much anymore. Is everything all right?
Yeah, everything is fine.
All right, just checking. One of our favorite people, Caitlin Chen,
Oh,
the
wow.
Magic Center. All one word, the Magic, C-E-N-T-R-E. How has your week been? I just think it's funny because she knows the format of the podcast.
Yeah,
so
so
she
she's
knows
like-
by the time we get to this, we've already talked about our weeks.
Right, yeah.
But like, it's now even better because of you, Caitlin.
Oh, wow.
Just wanted to kiss up a little bit.
I cannot wait to meet you at Carter's Recon. Every podcast we talk about it. We're booking it tonight.
I'm excited.
I'm pumped.
I got like a child. I will be a child at Carter Street Con. I can't wait. I might even have to buy a new wardrobe for it. For all the more than paper, like match a deck every day.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna have to wear something real neutral, especially if I get multiple decks.
We'll also be OPC'd out so people see us. So
Yeah, we need to talk about that too.
yeah,
Because we'd like to get merch going.
right.
Potentially before Carter Street Con.
Then yeah. So if you
So-
want merch,
Oh, you know, it'd be so dope
If
if
you
we saw
want-
people at the con with our merch.
yeah.
If we can get it out by then, we'll do that. And then the last question, Lucas, with a C, period, underscore, period, magic. What fruit is next?
We can't tell you.
We've said it multiple times, but I feel like it's not getting through to people's head. Or maybe they're just doing it as a meme now.
Yeah, it might be a meme.
I want to make sure that there's... Show us Nate's deck collection.
It's not big. We'll do no. So we should maybe do like a podcast. Like this is an idea for a podcast for later. We could just
Let me
like
give that person the credit real quick. TRMCCANN829. Show us...
every episode we should each get to bring a deck of cards on and say why we like it.
That's like another segment.
Yeah. That could be another little segment.
That could work.
Because we have so many decks between the two of us. One deck of podcast. We have it. We're like, hey, we like this because of this, and then we can talk about it.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and say right now. I want to. There's no good way to. We might have to do just like a separate video.
Right. Because maybe we can even combine both. If we combine both,
Have like an hour long video. We have
It would-
that would
it
be a
would
whole
be.
other podcast.
it would be a whole other podcast.
There's a video. No, actually, you know what I would love to do?
What?
We should do it when I go home, and then when for like OPC camp, that can be one of the features.
Is
The deck collections,
Deck
because I'll
collections.
put them all in a car, because I also have some at home,
yeah.
and because I haven't counted in a while.
I haven't counted in forever. I have boxes.
So do I. So we could. It could be insane.
It probably will be. Is that all the questions?
That was all the questions for now.
Okay.
We're coming up on. I think we're probably close to. Oh,
An
we're
hour
definitely
and
over an
15
hour.
minutes, yeah.
Well, it's not because I
Well,
stopped
yeah.
at 25, so maybe we're an hour and 10.
Probably an hour and 10
Somewhere
or
around
an
there.
hour and 5 in. Yeah. Yeah, I think we should wrap up. Let's wrap it up. Anyway, this has been fun. I appreciate all of you that watch and all of you that gotten this far. You're the best. You are true fans. We appreciate you. We have come up with some new segments in this.
have to
Nate
remember.
found his own soundboard, and he now has a speaker in the background that he's going to have fun with.
For the next
We
like 2 episodes. And
Talked
that'll
about decks that we liked, decks that we were like, we didn't like too much. We're gonna start a new segment about decks that we like decks that we like and why. We're also going to be booking Carter Street Con stuff tonight, and we're gonna be there a day early and a day
I was
late,
hoping it was
and
that
that's
one.
also a bit. And yeah, this is gonna be a blast. I cannot wait. We have new things in the works too. And we're ready to show you guys. We just can't yet. Sorry.
Did you go?
And I ate a big sandwich.
Yeah, you did. Guys, could you I want to make more content for More Than Paper, but sometimes it's overwhelming with the workload I have going on. So if you guys overwhelm me and unload in my comment section on that channel and on my Instagram page and our Instagram page, I want to do deck reviews. I want to do more cardistry tips. There's a bunch of videos I want to make that I just kind of gotten lazy on, and I want to. The whole problem is it's not. If I got paid to do them, I would do it every single day.
Right.
Because I have incentive to do it, but I have a responsibility of schoolwork right now and other things that are my actual job, like OPC.
Right.
Kind of.
I would consider this a job.
It's definitely not a...
I put like 10 or 15 or maybe even 20 hours
It is a job,
into
but
this.
it is not our career yet. Like, it doesn't pay all our bills.
Right.
But it's a job.
But we can act like it is for a little
We need
bit.
to freaking set up the Patreon.
We do.
Goal for this week, maybe. Goal for goal before we leave.
Before we leave, while
We
we're
should set up
together.
the Patreon.
Yes. All right.
And that can maybe help things get started on More Than Paper. And
Yeah.
we could probably loop in More Than Paper and OPC as a one Patreon, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That needs to be talked about. Anyway, guys, this is the summary. What did we... Oh, frick. We always forget because we came up with it last time. Was there like a name for the segment of summing it up? Or what did we...
No, I don't think so.
Was there a certain thing I did? I could have sworn.
There wasn't.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Anyways, what do we call this one?
Oh my gosh. I mess up my friend. Okay. It's so silent right now.
Yeah, it is. What's going on?
My friend Lindsay, I always mess up her name because of my
Yikes.
autocorrect.
Yeah.
And she literally gets fake mad. But she,
Right, 'cause she's
but
like,
she was
"Nate."
"Are you kidding me? Look what you did."
Look
in our group chat, and I was like, just letting her know I do it to bother her, but it's spelled EY, not AY, and she gets worked up over
Nice.
it.
We're gonna call this one "Aren't You Glad Nate added a speaker."
Aren't you glad? What did we call the last one? The girl in the lounge? Aren't you glad the girl in the lounge?
That's what we call the last one.
I think if here's what I'll say right now. I'm gonna put my foot down.
Do it.
If the pun works for an episode, then it works. Like, aren't you glad this happened? Or aren't you glad whatever? I don't think it needs to happen every time. We don't need to force the issue.
Oh, I think we do.
You think we should just try to force it every week?
Yeah.
And then when it's funny, it's funny?
Yeah.
Okay. Aren't you glad? I don't know. I have no idea. Last week was just weird. Aren't you glad the girl in the lounge? Because no one still gets that context.
Yeah. Aren't you glad?
We have so many things to be glad
Sound
about.
effects.
Remember, you have to go through and bleep yourself.
I will.
Aren't you glad? Aren't you glad this is kid-friendly programming?
Yes.
Or something. I don't know. I don't want to say it anymore. You'll figure it out when you see the episode. We're tired of trying to figure it out at the end. It'll happen.
We're 6 in. We've been doing this for a month and a half.
Dude, there's going to be a point where we're going to have the same excitement. We'll be like, we've been doing this for like 7 years.
Sweet. Adios, everyone.
Guys, I just want to say I'm glad for you and I'm glad for us. Oh, actually, aren't you glad that Cam brought Nate a Kgoogie? And we'll spell it that way.
Okay.
All right, bye everybody. Love you. Out of the darkness.